Hello, my name is Ethan and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile, Archnemesis League 3.17, Siege of the Atlas. In this episode, I'm going to be showcasing a ton of stuff. I hope you guys enjoy the episode. In this video, you're going to have a new Blight strategy, a new Blight Annoint for the ring, a new Blight farm, a new Blight map, the strategy for the new Atlas passive updated from my beginning one. This is my new endgame one. Ritual tips on how to do juicy ritual to get a mage blood like mine, forehead. And of course, a super juicy recipe from Archnemesis, because this league is actually pretty fun as you continue to figure out the recipes and the combos and get more parts and get juicier and juicier and not wasting them. And at the end, stay tuned for the build diary. Alright, we have a new Blight Tower Anoint. We're using two new Tower Anoints. I'm doing minions summoned by your scout towers inflict malediction on hit, and minions summoned by your scout towers have 25% increased damage. In the past, we were doing the scout towers having increased range so that they could reach everywhere, no matter what the blight encounter. But we're doing specifically waste pool and toxic sewer maps for Blight off of my video of how to farm the most amount of Blight maps because of the least amount of Blight lanes to guarantee the most amount of oil chests to get the most amount of Blight maps. So we're doing indoor maps, and it turns out that you don't need the super range on the scouts, and it's a waste of an anoint where you could be having this stuff. So what does this stuff do? Malediction. When the enemy has malediction, they take 10% increased damage and they deal 10% reduced damage. So basically this is 10% more damage and 10% less, pretty good. And then this is 25% increased damage on the scout towers, and they still have pretty good range. You'll notice this is good, and they just do way more damage, and we do more damage. So it's a huge upgrade, and I highly recommend these rings. And then you go, how do we get those ring anoints? This one is black indigo for the scout tower malediction. Black indigo. And then the other one is double amber. Boom. The old one was violet teal. I don't think we need the range for this anymore, and the extra damage will be really nice. Highly recommend. So then I wanted to show you our blight encounter on a waste pool. So here we go. We did our blight scarab, yep, and then we have a 5-lane, which isn't that bad. And then it's a triple on this one, so you have to hope. And then there's a double minion, so this is actually a perfect example. So I'm actually going to do some other towers. Let's do some stun, because, well, it's kind of a waste to invest into a tower that can't shoot half the fucking lanes. That's actually a legitimate thing I've started to notice. And I could still do some, though. It's not completely useless. I'm still going to do one, because this isn't good enough without it. And then I want to do another tower up here of something else. So I would like this probably into a meteor if I can. And maybe this with a spark. And then this with another stun. The unethical stuns on spawn with damage. Chilling. GG. Holy shit, we got 5 oil and a fossil. Okay, here we go. Blight map. 2 blight maps, so a T16 and a T15. And that's Blight. Holy shit, dude, I love Blight. It's so sick. So you have to start that. You have to do that one now that we've started. We got a blueprint overcharged. And we got a scouting report. Pretty nice. Blight's sick. And then I wanted to show you a Blight in the maps of Waste Pool. Wait, we already did a Blight. Oh shit, we got double Blight. Hell yeah. It actually happened again. Okay, sick. 9 oil! Oh my god, we get to use whatever we want to, and oh shit. Holy shit, don't fail it now. Don't fail me now. This encounter took 3 minutes. What is this? Holy moly. I need a second. Silver oil and 5 blight maps. T14, T14, T13s, and a T14. Holy shit, bro. That's insanity. I wanted to go over my Atlas tree on day like 4 or 5 because it's different than my start, and I want to update it and let everybody know what I did. So in the beginning, guys, straight up for everyone, no matter where you are, whatever, what I did at the beginning is I pathed straight to this blight. I grabbed this blight, and then, to be honest, I skipped all of the ritual. You could grab this to get your map sustain. This is the only map sustain I grabbed. But then blight. After grabbing all the blight, I said, okay, I need ritual. So I chose the one that gives you chance to contain ritual, more rituals. Then you want the chance to get the blood-filled vessels, or the ritual 4 rituals, and then you want to be able to reroll it more after. That's the order. And then, after we had all the blight and the ritual and this map thing, I skipped the Kirak because I realized I don't like the scouting reports. Yeah, so then, because I don't like Kirak missions. Yeah, so then I took the synthesis map drops, the Elder and Shaper map drops, which was really good. It was perfectly timed for when I was doing my Guardians and doing my endgame bosses, and I got a Watcher's Eye, and I was able to get extra, this one making the Guardians aid. You have the Guardians helping each other, so you can get extra fragments. This was happening a lot. It was perfect timing, so you should try to get this by the time you're doing these to get the extra thing. So if you're missing this is just map completion. You could do a T2 and get an Atlas passive that could be Guardians aid potentially. It's not the middle Atlas passives anymore. Then I originally took this stuff and I realized it was a mistake, so then I came over here and I get 25% chance, increased chance to drop a Conqueror map. Cyrus also drops Awakened support gems now, technically, so you could farm Awakener. And then I said, okay, so we have all of the Blight, the Ritual, and the endgame. This is my endgame. The Synthesis maps, Elder Shaper maps, and even more Conqueror maps. That's simple, right? Then I said, okay, how can I juice this stuff even more? And which of the influences do I want? So you could choose whichever one you want. I did Eater of Worlds, and you could repeat this on the left side instead of this side, and you wouldn't do these extra 2 paths, so Searing Exarch, if you wanted to try that. And for now I was doing Eater of Worlds, and then I also took Sextant modifiers, 1 additional use, and I took Map Device Not Consuming Sextants. And then I was like, well, where do I spend my extra points? Because I should have like 5 more maybe, especially these 5. We put some extra quantity in the middle. There's a ring of quantity, so we did 5 points of that off of Giselle's recommendation. And so it's pretty simple. You do Ritual, Blight. So then for the Blight, I guarantee it with a Blight Scarab, one of the Blight Scarabs. You could do Sextants, you could do tons of options. Right now there's a bug. You can't stack the Sextant with the Scarab or the Sextant with a map with the enchant. There's also an enchant, so you can do enchant with Scarab, but you can't do Sextant with enchant or Sextant with Scarab. It's really weird. So trying to get that fixed, and then so we'll be able to have more Blights after. And then the other one, you can buy Ritual on the map device when you get enough of the map device unlocked. 13C. Then when you've unlocked Ritual on the map device, you get 4 rituals, and you can use ritual vessels on the rituals that you complete to store them, and you get 4 blood-filled vessels. And then these blood-filled vessels, when you put them in the map device, one of them, it will be like a fragment, like a scarab, to guarantee a ritual, but you cannot store off of the vessel, because it would just be compounding. You would always do vessel into vessel into vessel into vessel. You would never do a normal ritual. You would never pay for it. So they make it so you can't vessel a vessel. So that whole map of ritual, you can't use vessels, but it is juicier. You get 20% more of everything, basically. More rewards, better rewards, and more monsters. Max. It's really cool. So, yeah, Blight Ritual strat at the beginning has been really good, and this is my Atlas tree. It's been sick, and then it's just map sustain for endgame maps. Nice. I wanted to record this part because I think it's interesting. So I got a blood-filled vessel from the boss drop without me having to do it. This was just automatic from this node. I got the 10% drop on this map. So then the second thing, because you get 4 rituals per map, it actually that gives you, oh, that's the final ritual. Okay, so that makes sense. It gives you the boss one. Okay, so then the second thing is we have this ritual. We've done all 4. I forgot to collect them, so I wanted to show you. You right-click the ritual vessel, and you can store them. And then it says the amount of monsters, the monster level from, and then improve rewards faster and more. It's sick. Okay, I wanted to show you this too. Waste pool. Chance to avoid impale. What the fuck, GGG? How do you hate impale this much? Whatever, dude. We don't need it. We don't need it, dude. Okay, so there's your map. And then I wanted to show this. So you can take out the frag, and then this is a frag. So we have these, and you know how I had to select ritual? We don't have to. Shrines are really fun too. Let's do some shrines. So I forgot to record the first one, but you can use eldritch exalted orbs to add modifiers and to add a prefix. My helmet is searing exarch greater, while the other one is lesser. So it'll give a prefix. I've already done increased armor 42%, and then watch this. Boom. Rarity. T1. Holy shit. I have a super recipe. Undiscovered recipe, undiscovered recipe, undiscovered recipe. I don't know what I'm doing, but it's a massive one. Corpse detonator. Also being attacked by this. Got Assassin's Favor.
I'm afraid Ruth. Vivid.
Let's go for Tukohama. Nice, we got a Frostweaver. Abberath-touched. Deadeye. Vault of Azuri, Hall of Grandmasters, 6 Degdicks. File Cathedral, T8 Deli, kitava-touched. Rewards are doubled. Oh my god. I would also like to announce the new filter. So I've upgraded the filter. It's absolutely insane, so it doesn't show like anything. So you can actually focus on picking up your good loot and not get overwhelmed by a ton of these new influence trash implicits. You're gonna have a lot better of an experience, and I think I fixed it. It's such a great filter. I've edited it 11 times. It's 150. It's insane. And so I'll leave a link in the description below. Also, you can get in my Discord. There's 11 versions of it, so if you want a less strict version, you can use an earlier version of the same filter. I upgraded one filter from the beginning to now, so you can take a really early version and take a more strict version and see the progression I made. You don't have to take the most strict one, you don't have to take the least strict one. You could pick whichever one fits your position in the game, because I had my own progression too, right? And so I think that should be really good. I hope you guys enjoy the filter. One final thing is like a, I don't know, nice cherry on the top. So build upgrades. I went for... I did implicits on the gear, so I found this. We did the Eater of Worlds and the Searing Exarch implicit shit, and I have them both as greater, and then I have brittle ground when I move. So you can see, and it lasts 3 seconds. And it has 5% brittle, which is 5% crit chance, so I just run on a boss and I get 5% crit chance. Yeah, I took out Purity of Elements, and I'm haste now. And it's because I wanted to go a Watcher's Eye with phasing. Wait, where is it? A Watcher's Eye with phasing. So then I don't have to use the Quartz Flask, so I could use these triple... This is now Mage Blood specific. I wanted to go non-Quartz Flask Mage Blood so that I could do Elemental Flask Mage Blood, which is better. You don't, obviously. So then you can do something like this, though. If you just get a Shock Immune Flask and this Bootcraft cannot be frozen, you are basically Elemental Ailment Immune. You don't need the Ignite, since you'll be stronger, and then you don't need a Mage Blood for this. It's just shock. Obviously you want this up as much as possible, so make it on a 9-second flask or like 7-second flask, and make it use on full with an Instilling Orb, and do your best to keep that up. That's my recommendation. But you wouldn't do increased effect. You don't need it. It would be like just a Granite with immune to shock with increased duration or something to try to counterbalance the less duration. And then we did Purity of Elements, and I put these implicits on the gear, and then I also switched the tree a bit. So I did this pathing instead of that, and I have taken more jewel sockets now, and I took 8% fizz damage reduction here. It hasn't changed that much, to be honest. It's just I'm leveling up, so I'm putting more points in. I changed it to more jewel sockets because I got a really powerful Watcher's Eye, and I wanted to put a blind taunt life jewel in, and then the Watcher's Eye was fizz damage reduction with a determination, and then the haste with phasing with haste. And then I also wanted a DPS upgrade, and so I decided to add quality, get quality to my gems. So 2023, 2120, a 2120, a 2120. The reason why I have to do corrupted gems is the chestplate. So that's the problem here. I have to use corrupted gems. So that's specific to the Skin of the Lords. You don't have to do this. It'd be way easier for you probably, but just for 1% more damage, I did, yeah, 2120. It wasn't that expensive. And the benefit is pretty big for the 10%. So the quality on them is 10% damage, and when you get 5 gems with quality, that's gonna add up to 50 minion damage, which is like 2.5 bone helmets, which is really sick in my opinion. So I got quality on each gem, and then I did Awaken Multi-Strike as a gigantic upgrade, because I realized out of all of the Awaken gems, this is basically the only one that has an instant big massive boost, because you get the additional repeat, you get the more 66. It's disgusting, and so you don't get this kind of an upgrade with any of the other Awaken gems. The other ones you have to level up, and I've tested it myself how long it takes to level up Awaken gems, and it takes an absolute fucking eternity. So unless you're doing the Faster's lenses from Harvest to get the cheap XP to level up the gems faster, the Awaken gems, or you have some great fast XP methods, Awaken Multi was the first one I went for actually. And then I corrupted it because of the chestplate needing to put corrupted gems in it, and goodbye quality. Like, what the heck, man? But it's a huge upgrade. Awaken Multi feels insane. I highly recommend it. It was 15 Exalted orbs when I bought it. It's already up to 17 at the time of this record. Actually, let me check. It was at 17 when I woke up. Let me just make sure before because it's time of recording, I might as well update it. Trade is slow. Oh no. Dude, it's just the gears grinding there. Please. Okay, it's 7. Oh, it loaded. I was just about to give up. Searching. And loading. 15.7, 15.8. Okay, good. I checked. It went down actually. But yeah, that's what I recommended. And I went for the quality because that was easy. And, oh, I also got my Divergent Carrion Golem because it was 2x. The normal 2120 Carrion Golem was 1x, and the Divergent 2123 was 2x. So I said, well, this is my endgame perfect gem done. So why wouldn't I just get it now if it might be more expensive later, and 2x isn't that bad. So yeah, we did that. Nice. These are the build upgrades and the changes. So you can do something similar to the Purity of Elements without the Mage Blood. Just make sure to get Shock and Cannot Be Frozen. And then the Cannot Be Frozen, a little tip here, as you can see on this, it tells you Master Crafted Prefix Modifier Rin. Rin. Really? It's not a normal one, guys. Big tip. You have to make it to this point in the video. So you see all these people? You need Rin, but obviously you could just buy it. Look on trade for Rin's Veil. I'll show you because I want you to be able to know and not make this mistake. Rin's Veiled, and then you could do boot, and also you can see that it's a prefix before you buy it. They're cheap. But yeah, prefix, and then you need to get the Cannot Be Frozen chance to avoid being frozen. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. It was fucking jam-packed full of content. I hope you guys did enjoy this shit. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys are having a great season. This is a really fun time. Lots of stuff is happening. Huge progress. Tons of advice I can give you guys. Hope you guys have good RNG today. I don't need it. You can have it, you know. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!